Hi, I'm Alex from Tutoring Heroes, and today I'm going to help you with some literacy skills. Let's go and have a look at what we're learning about today. In this lesson, we're going to look at descriptive writing. By now, you should know the basics of how to use different types of punctuation, conjunctions, nouns and verbs, and sentence openers in your sentences. But sometimes we just want to add some more language or change the words that we've used to make our writing a little bit more interesting. I call this making our writing golden or sparkly, adding some more info. So we're going to look at using adjectives, powerful verbs, alliteration, similes and metaphors, personification, and sensory language in this lesson. There are other tools that you can use. We're just going to look at some of these to begin with. So, this very cute little dog here was bought by a boy called Leon. So my sentence is, Leon got a dog. I'm going to add some adjectives, and adjectives describe an object, a noun. So I'm going to add in some adjectives to describe the puppy. Leon got a new 1-month-old puppy. I actually put an expanded noun phrase here, so I've used a comma to break up those two adjectives. I'm also going to add in a sentence opener to tell you when this happened. After school, Leon got a new 1-month-old puppy. Next, I'm going to look at the verb. At the moment, my verb is got. I want to make it a little bit more interesting and make it a powerful verb. So I'm going to say, after school, Leon bought a new 1-month-old puppy. I'm going to look at alliteration next. So I'm going to start my next sentence with some alliteration, and I'm going to have the starting consonants sounding the same. So I've got perfectly poised. This is an example of consonants. I could have made the vowel sounds of those two words sounded the same, and this would be assonance. Or I could have made a hissing sound between the two words, and this would have been sibilants. Don't worry too much about the different types of alliteration. Just consider two words having similar sounds next to each other. Just make it sound a little bit more interesting. I could add in a simile or a metaphor. These are both forms of comparison. In similes, you use the words like or as, whereas metaphor uses a direct comparison. For example, time is money is an example of a metaphor. I'm going to use a simile, so perfectly poised, like a lioness ready to pounce, the pup stared at the orange spiky ball in wonder. So I've compared the pup, or the puppy, to a lioness. Next, we're going to look at personification, which is where you give a human characteristic to a non-human object. So I'm actually going to do this to a leaf. Suddenly, a leaf danced through the window. Leaves don't dance, but humans do, and I've given this characteristic so you can imagine how that leaf was moving. Finally, I'm going to add in some sensory language. Now, our 5 senses are to hear, see, taste, touch, and smell. I wonder if you can see which sense I used. Suddenly, a leaf danced through the window and a car screeched to a stop just outside. Which sense did I use in that last green part of the sentence? Yeah, I used my sense of hearing. A car screeched, that's what you heard. Interestingly, there are loads of other ways that you can make your writing more descriptive. I actually used them in this sentence. So I used an example of onomatopoeia, which is where a word sounds like it should be. For example, screeched actually sounds like that sound. You can also use adverbs which describe how the verb happened, and I used that when I did perfectly poised. I could have said gently poised or tentatively poised, but I decided to use the adverb perfectly because that actually gave me alliteration as well, so I was using 2 tools at once. Now when you do your writing, don't overuse these examples. I've rammed this full of these examples here, but maybe there were too many in just 2 sentences, but I wanted to show you how you can use them. When you write freely and go back and edit and add in some of these tools just to add that little bit more information and to make it a little bit more sparkly. Good luck, and I hope these tools help you with your descriptive writing. Thanks for watching this video today, brought to you by Tutoring Heroes.